this franchise with a stranger from Colorado. I met him one day. We were like brothers. I love you, brother. So when I met him and brought it to this place, I knew this was the place that it had to be at. So every year we're going to try to have contests in different locations, but the Kong-Off, always a secret where it's going to be. Not going to say yet, but let's just say the Kong-Off is probably going to find his home here, in my opinion. What do you think, Jordan?
It'll be here. Welcome everybody to the Kong-Off. Thank you guys for coming. Obviously we know we have 12 pre-qualified players. They're playing in order of the first 12 machines. I'm going to run through the wildcard division. I am going to throw you guys a curveball, but I think in the end you will respect why I've made the decision that I have. We're up towards 16 to 20 players in the wildcard division. We've got 4 machines. Sorry.
You're a new representative of Twin Galaxy.
So here's the gig. With the wildcard division,
things done. It's off.
Depending on how many people, when I've got the online list behind me, and then I know there are people that want to pay cash, we're going to split the field in half after today. So you guys can play today, and then the top half of the wild card will advance to tomorrow. There are too many people that have traveled too far with too high scores, and the 400, I'm not saying this in a disparaging way,
400
but the 300s, the 400s, the 500s, if you guys can't hold back these guys that can really become the next Eric Howard. And I hope you all respect my decision. There's a lot of really good players that have traveled really far, and let's not hold them back if they can really push to be in the top 3 of this event like Eric did last year. So I really hope you respect my decision. You all play your hearts out today, and then the top half of the wildcard division will advance to tomorrow.
How many wildcard machines do we have, George?
We have 4 wildcard machines and close to 20 players, so it's going to be 5 per machine. And the way you guys are playing and the time per game, it really is the only fair way to do it. So that is the decision, and that is how the wildcard division will be conducted.
So play your hearts out today.
Once I have the entire list of cash players and pre-play players in the wildcard division, we will draw those out of a hat, break you up by machine, then we will draw out of a hat again to do the order. If you miss, you guys will have to understand who you're playing with on each machine. You guys have to play every game through. You cannot start over, you can't reset. If you die on your first guy on the rivet screen on the first level, you have to play your game through. If you choose to die and walk away, you have to let the next person play. That's hands down. If you know who you are playing afterwards, I would stay and watch their game. If you miss your spot and the person behind the next person is there, you've missed your spot in the rotation. You will have to wait till the next rotation. You guys have to be responsible enough to play at your machine. How the wildcard scoring is going to work. If Malcon finishes a game and Mitchell is behind him playing on that machine, Malcon is going to take a picture of the screen with that score, Mitch is going to verify it, and then it will come over to the table. Therefore, everybody in the wildcard division knows how that works, and then we can control the scoring. The way this is set up, we have a complete media and streaming table here and scoring table. We have a merchandise table over there, so you can tell the difference between the two. I think we've all figured that out. As far as the dedicated players, your scores are logged. If you hit a million-point game, we're all going to know what's going to happen. The games are going to be streamed on the TVs and on there, so we'll know when the points roll. Otherwise, you guys have your own scoreboard as far as scoring. If you finish a game, raise your hand. One of us will come by, grab your score, and Ken House will get it updated on the internet. The scoreboard is going to be on a 55-inch LCD screen all the way at the end. So you won't have to bother anybody at the scoring table. The scores will update live on the 55-inch LCD screen at the end of the venue. There are going to be certain games that are broadcast on the TVs. As of right now, we're going to start with Hank, Steve. They're going to be on the main broadcast on every other TV throughout the entire room. Vincent LeMay and Dean Saglio are going to have direct streams above their games. Going into tomorrow, we will take the top 4, and then we will redo the streams again, just the in-house streams. And then Ken House has arranged for whichever the 6 streams are that are going to be going online.
Everybody give Ken House a big round of applause. I got some stuff. Not only is the first place prize
$2,000.
$2,000, we also have some other extra prizes for you, which are very, very cool. So,
On the additional,
Yes.
additional bounties.
Yeah.
this is John Sounder, everybody.
All right, we have for the first kill screen, $150. First million-point game, $150. If nobody gets a million-point game, that $150 will go to the highest score overall. Now, this is for all categories, for wild card and for the regular players. There's going to be special wild card. The top wild card score today, $50. The top wild card score tomorrow, $50. That'll be cash as soon as you get it.
This is sponsored by who?
It's sponsored by my website, metalaviation.com. You know, I wanted to do something. You know, Richie's really helped me promote the site. He's you know, done a lot for me. So I wanted to give back to what everybody has done for me. You know, do what I can. So I figured it'd be something cool and a little incentive because everybody probably paid a lot of cash to get out here and maybe help you get some beer money or something. So you know, we'll keep an eye on it, and whenever you get it, we'll just get together and we'll get you on film and all that kind of stuff. So if you can, check out my website, metalaviation.com. Model airplanes, we get crazy, crash them, have a good time. So.
Also, too, I sold marquees prior, just like I do every year, just to get something going, to just stir up the pot. I must have sold about 50 marquees pre-order to the people on Killer List of Video Games. I'm sure everybody here that's going to buy a marquee wants to have it signed. We're going to have a marquee signing party again, as long as everybody doesn't mind, if everybody will just sit at the table and sign again. So if anybody's leaving the event early, make sure you tell me, because like last year, Steve Wiebe had to leave a little bit earlier than last time, and even though it made for great TV, you know, him leaving and Hank coming back, the drama was fantastic. Just make sure you tell me if anyone has to leave earlier this year, because we want everybody's signatures on this marquee. The people that are out there that couldn't make it here to Colorado, there's hundreds, if not close to 500 people have emailed me asking me for little trinkets and souvenirs. So the stuff that you guys are doing right here is historic. Don't think that this is a big deal. This is a real big deal. You guys, all of you who have busted your ass on Donkey Kong, should be really proud of yourself, because you know I know your idols, Billy Mitchell, Steve Wiebe, Hank Chen. I know your idols were those guys, and you're here right next to them. So you guys, have fun. Have fun.
Couple more things, guys. To backtrack on to what Richie said starting this event is the future of Twin Galaxies, and how you guys play and the camaraderie that you as Donkey Kong players have. You are the opinion leaders of gaming. All of the BS that we all sit back and watch online, including you, Joel. You guys play live, you stream live, and you create community. You guys push each other to play better. And that is what the future of Twin Galaxies is going to be. Twin Galaxies is going to be transparent and common knowledge, just like you guys play, to push the envelope of competition and to push it further. And you guys should be very proud of yourselves for what you've created compared to the rest of the gaming community. So I want you guys to just give yourselves a round of applause for that.
Everybody, I don't know if you guys know who this is, so let me introduce. This is Aldro.
Aldro Litvak.
The Duke of Malta.
Hyderabad. The Duke of Hyderabad.
No, sometimes the things we do, you sit down, the signings, it feels like it cramps you, but these things people do, things people buy, the dollars that are generated, that's what makes this possible. So remember, by doing that, you're actually contributing, you're making it possible for us to be here. There's a room here, and of course this is far greater than the Kong 1. You know, the whole world's going to be watching, just like we said. There was nothing negative at all at the Kong 1, and there's nothing negative here. We've seen too many times where things begin, and then they turn negative, and people become unhappy. If something goes wrong, swallow it. Don't speak out, speak to Jordan. He'll work it through. If you have a problem with a game, speak to Jordan. He'll work it through. There's just not, with everything that's positive that's going on here, there's no room for anything negative. Nothing you've seen online, anything that's silly. Face it, when we all get together, I mean, we all get along better than anybody. And that's exactly what we have. The whole world's going to be watching. God help us. You got to keep your clothes on.
Yeah.
Right? No. Hey, there's no crying.
down there.
I don't know.
I mean, where's Steve Sanders? Where's Steve Sanders? No cussing.
Steve Sanders is probably still sleeping.
No cussing.
No cussing. No cussing. Everybody, I'm not sure if everybody knows Steve Sanders is here as well. Okay, we're going to show you guys some prizes.
Okay, hold on a second.
This is Mr. Alan Radu. I think Aldro wants to say something first too. Let's
Oh, wow.
You want to show us first, or should I?
No, you go. Go for it, buddy.
I have a simple statement that now must be so self-evident. First, this is Twin Galaxies. Last night when I walked through the crowd, I couldn't believe how many people, strangers, that were all now meeting for the first time. We come from all outside. A few minutes ago, we met 2 guys from Des Moines. I said, "You're from Iowa?" "I'm from Iowa." I said, "We know you're from Iowa." Anyway, so these guys drove 12 hours from Iowa to come and see this from Des Moines. This is only the beginning. We are becoming the lightning rod for a big, big thing. And the level of history that's about to be unfolded by all you folks and the communities that you're now going to generate is going to be beyond belief. Because way back when Galaga and this Pac-Man and all those games came out, the success was so big that the coin-operated, icons of that era, they didn't even do a Galaga World Championship or Miss Pac-Man World Championship or a Robotron. None of that ever happened. There was never a Donkey Kong World Championship because they were so busy just handling the amount of quarters they were making up the games that they couldn't even think about any extraneous promotion.
They needed your vision, Walter.
Well, now in this time, it's not my vision. It's these guys' vision working with all you guys, because you guys are the community builders right now. What we establish here is going to lead to history's first Galaga World Championship. History's first, heaven forbid, missile command. The first real Miss Pac-Man World Championship. Think of that, the first real genuine Miss Pac-Man World Championship.
The pack-off.
The pack-off.
And then we're going to have a Jack the Giant Killer contest.
We know what you're saying. So this is only the beginning, and it's the spirit and the vision and the love and the devotion that's in Jordan's heart, Richie's heart, Billy's heart, and all your hearts that's going to make this happen. Because we are really here, not just for our own adventure, we are actually representing the entire world of gamers. Because this is going to grow into a hybrid space, which means that Guinness is going to love Twin Galaxies. We will do Xbox things. We will do PlayStation 3 things. But right now, we're laying the foundation.
Nobody will be left out. Just make sure everybody knows that. No one will be left out. People are worried that we're going to be only an arcade platform based. We're best at the arcade platform. So we're going to go with what we know first. You start at the beginning and you do with what you're best at. As soon as we get this running like a fine-tuned machine, then we'll move on to another one and we'll bring in experts to run that platform.
Absolutely. And that's the story.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Thank you, Aldro. Get up here.
I just want to thicken the pot a little bit for the Kong off. Alan Radu.
Alan Radu.
Custom stool for the Kong off winner.
Right there. This is Alan Radu, Tranquility Base Arcade.
and this is a stool sample to show.
All right. I don't know if anyone's ever been to my arcade in New Jersey. You've seen his work before, but this one is hands down the best one I've seen yet. Look at that. This goes to the winner. In addition to $2,000.
That's on behalf of all the Michigan arcade collectors that drove out, Scott Zeiser, Bill Johnson, myself, and Zach Green. Have a great tournament.
We like to call it the Michigan Mafia.
Thank you.
Tranquility Base Arcade and the Michigan Mafia.
And whoever wins this will be this year's stool pigeon.
In addition, the title belt.
Now, this thing is the real deal.
Real deal.
Look at this thing. This is the real deal.
Sheepskin.
Sheepskin. It's heavy. It's really heavy. Hold on. Fits it.